Hello guys, my name is Lucas and welcome to a new episode of our Fixed Perspective Scroller. Today we're going to continue learning about the quest system that we're making, and today specifically we're going to be looking at JSON and how I used JSON to dynamically load different quests on my game. So for example, right now you can see here is Mummies Everywhere quest, and we have the information. By the way, I made a quite cool layout here, like with a scroll view and some mask, and I will teach you how to do that also later. But right now the main point of this video is showing you this is my JSON. So for example, right now you see that the task is killing 10 mummies and 3 zombies. So if I change that from here in the JSON file, this is my first quest. I can separate it like this so it's easier to read. If you see, the task is talk to no one, items no one, kills. We have ID 0, 10, and the player current, and also we have 27. This one is a zombie. I don't want this, so I'm just going to remove this from here, like that. If I save this, now I load this again, and there you go. Now it's only slay 10 mummy. So as you see, I just changed this text file, so this text could be loaded from our database or anything. And also I can use the system I'm making, which is the quest manager. And so this quest is going to hold all the reference of the quests that we have. And I can simply change the quest manager instance and change the ID of the quest. By the way, this is a dictionary, so we're actually using an ID. It can be any ID you want. And now if I play this again, you'll see that the quest also changed. Wooden leg lumber. I ran out of lumber. It was cold last night, so I threw my wooden leg inside the fireplace. So yeah, as you see, this guy is asking you to bring 10 sticks and he'll reward you with a wooden sword and some experience and money. So as you see here in my quest, this is what we just gave to him. Gave to the script that loaded our quest, this here. So I hope you can read here. So this is an collection type quest, so we just need to collect some items for this poor lumberjack. So I'm going to teach you how to do it. So let's get started. So first of all, you might be thinking, how do you know the format of this JSON? How can we generate this JSON and be able to change this easily? Because maybe your quest class is not the same as my quest class. So I'm going to close some stuff before I continue. So we have the quest class. This is our quest class. And if you remember, I told you there is this keyword, serializable. Whenever we have a class within our class and we want it to also be written into our JSON file, we need to make that class serializable. Okay, so that's one thing to jot down. This is the quest class. We want to transform or make all this information that we have here into a text file. So as you see, I have the ID, and right here, right here I have the ID, I have the quest name and all that is here. And you see, when we have some kind of like subclass within our class, it looks like this. So if you want to easily generate the JSON file so you can make a template for yourself, you can do the following. If you remember, we had a set quest example function, and what we do here, we just manually set the values of each property in a new quest object. So actually, once you make this object, you can actually use the JSON class, because Unity has something called JsonUtility. So we can use the JsonUtility class to create a JSON file. So I can use JsonUtility dot to JSON, and this function to JSON is going to take any object that we give it, and it's going to read each property, and it's going to generate the file automatically for us. You can ignore this part for now. We just want to create a JSON. So set quest example, we're going to set this quest, and then we're going to create it to a JSON. So this quest, which is set here, we want to type it here. So what it is going to do, this is going to return a string, and this string is going to be the JSON equivalent of this quest object. So we just want to print this. So I'm just going to print. So I'm just going to print, and I'm going to play. So as you see here, we have on the console, we have a very long text file. We just can select it here and just right click and copy, or press Ctrl C, whatever you want. And then we're going to go to MonoDevelop and press File, New File, and we're going to just create an empty text file. So this empty text file is going to hold our JSON file. So right now, if you see, it's just a long line of text, and we would like to tidy up a bit. So how I do my JSON file, and by the way, this is already a JSON, so you can already use it. But first, let's just tidy up this a little bit. So this here is our first quest as a JSON file. So then you can keep making different quests if you like. You can do the quest here. Now you can set a different quest and print it again, or you can just take this format, just copy it, paste it, and start changing your values. So that would be very simple. But right now we're going to try with only one quest, like this. Okay, so just one object, one quest object, and it's going to be the only one we're going to deal with first. So now that we have this, we need to find our file, which we just created. It should be called empty text file. You can rename it as you want, whatever you like. I'm just gonna call it JSON example. Okay, and I want you to put it on your resources folder. So if you don't have a resources folder, go to assets, right click, create, and make a folder called resources, and make sure that the spelling is correct. And I already have one, so I don't need to create a new one. So inside resources, you can make your own paths. So for example, inside resources, we could have another folder called JSONs or JSON files. All right, so you just make your project, you manage it however you like. And we're going to move the asset that we just created, the JSON example, we're going to move it to resources folder and move it inside the JSON files, or however you like. So now we have a JSON file within our resources folder, so we can actually load it from somewhere whenever we want. So what I did was I created a new class. So we're going to create a new class called Quest Manager, and we're going to first of all make an static instance of this Quest Manager so we can access it from different classes. We're also going to set a wake function instead of a start function, and we're going to set the instance, and then we're going to create a void function, void type function called load quests, and we're going to call this load quest function on awake. So what this load quest does, first of all, we want to load the text file that we have in our resources folder. So we're going to use resources.load, and we're going to give the type of what we want to load. We want to load a text asset, and we are going to give it a path. So the path is resources folder, which we don't need to type because we are already loading from resources. And we created a folder called JSON files, and then the file name is JSON example. So this is going to load our JSON file. So let's make sure this is working by printing the text asset. And because this is text asset, we need to load the text, because there's different things we can get from the text asset. So just make sure you type .text at the end. Make sure that you attach this Quest Manager to some object before you run. So in my case, I have my manager object, and as you see, I attach my UI controller, dialog manager, input manager, and my Quest Manager. So I have my quest manager here. So when I play, it prints our JSON file. So we know that it's working. Okay, so now we know it's working. So what we want to do now is make a dictionary. And this dictionary is going to have a key and a value. The key is going to be the ID of each quest, and the value is going to be the quest itself. So we type dictionary, and make sure that you're using system.collections.generic, otherwise you can't use dictionaries. We use dictionary. In my case, the ID is an integer, but if your ID is a string, make sure you type a string here. And a value, which is going to be a quest. And we're going to call this quest dictionary. And we're going to set this equal to a new dictionary int quest, like this. So now we have this dictionary, which by the way we have to make public so that we can access from other classes. Dictionary int quest is the quest dictionary. And now here in load quest, what we want to do is input this data into the quest dictionary. But we don't want to just load the text, right? Because we have the JSON and we want to actually get a quest object. So how we make this into a quest object, we just type, so we load the text asset, and we also need to get the text, but now instead of printing it out, and I didn't have to delete those parentheses, we use JsonUtility dot from JSON. And in order to use from JSON correctly, we have to tell JSON what type of object we're loading. So we need to tell him, hey JSON, we want to make a quest object. Could you make this text that I'm giving you into a quest object for me, please? So JSON is going to say, okay, let me do it. And I'm going to return, as you see here, it's going to return the quest object. So make a quest. I'm just going to make it here quest, call it new quest is equals to this. Okay, so this new quest is going to be equals to the quest generated from our JSON. And now, because we have a new quest, we can actually add it to the quest dictionary. So I'm going to type quest dictionary dot add, and we need to, oops, type the wrong kind of parentheses. We need to add first the ID of our quest. So how we get it is new quest dot ID, and this is going to be the key for us to later get this specific quest from this dictionary. The second is going to be the value, so we just give it new quest. And now this quest is going to be added into our quest dictionary. So one way you could do all your quests is having here different JSON files, a bunch of different JSON files for each quest, and then make some kind of loop, or just tell Unity exactly which files you want to load into your quest dictionary, because maybe in the future we're going to have 1,000 quests, and if every time you start a game and load all the quests, it's going to take a long time to load, and also it's going to use up a lot of memory. So we have to find a way to do this properly. But for now, you could just have a JSON file with multiple quests, or just do it like this, or however you think is more suitable for you. So anyway, we're actually almost finished with this video. Now the last thing we have to do is we have load quests, and we used to have a function called show quest info. You should still have it here in the NPC controller. I change it, I move it to my UI controller. So whatever works for you is fine. If you want to keep it still in your NPC controller, just keep it there, or if you want to have your own UI controller class, you can do it. The thing is that you need to change one thing, and is adding a quest parameter to the show quest info function. Just make sure that you change everything so that works with the information from this quest rather than the quest that we used to have here. Okay, call our show quest info. This quest info must let me change it. Quest dictionary, we have one quest, so I'm going to put this here. show quest info, and we need to give it a quest to show. So we just find quest manager, instance, quest dictionary, and the first quest of our dictionary. So now I go back to Unity and I play this, and I hope it works. It should work. There you go. Mummies everywhere. These mummies are annoying. Kill them. And this is the old quest that we had, because I just generated this new JSON from the script. So it works. It works. We have the new JSON file that we made, and we load it in here, quest manager. We just load it using the JsonUtility, and also resources.load text asset. So we load the text like that. Then we tell JSON, hey, here's text for you, make it become an object. So that's what JSON does. And then we add that object to the quest dictionary. Then we use the function show quest info, but now instead of just using the quest from the class itself, we give the quest as a parameter, and we make sure that all the information we're getting it from this quest, and there we're ready to go. So that's basically it. And now you have JSON files working for you. So I think I didn't explain too much detailed JSON, so I'm going to make a separate video explaining JSON to you guys. And if you have any questions regarding other topics, just let me know. And I think now we're getting closer to finishing the quest part. On the next video, we need to actually make the player be able to accept the quest and put it in something like this. So we're going to have a quest window where a player can see all his current quests and maybe select his quest and show the information and the progress of each quest. That's after we accept them, of course. And after this is complete, we need to be able to return the quest and actually check if it's completed and give the reward that the player deserves. So I think after this video, maybe 2 to 3 more videos, and we can finish the quests. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't upload video like 2 days ago. I was going to, but I want to make sure I'm making this properly, because this is starting to get a little bit more complicated. But again, thanks for sticking up. If this video was not really clear, please let me know in the comments, and I probably will do it again and upload again. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to my patrons as well. You are always in my mind. I'm always thinking that you're so generous and good to me. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Peace.